This is the True Israel of God asking hashtag what happened to that boy 2013. This is a documentary type series that we're doing here, and it's a daily thing. So sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and wait for us to make it back. Should've taken what it play to use a nine. Whatever, I just pray and do it right. Though you won't make it through the night. Tell him that it's been a suicide. Drowning in depression as the tears fall. Asking yourself, what am I here for? Questioning the dear Lord, convinced there's absolutely nothing left to live for. Molested when you was a child, by the Chester with the creepy smile. Pressured you to do some things that's really foul. Mom accepted it because she was in denial. Convinced your self-abuse is love, which led to your abuse of drugs. I bet every time you in a tub, imagining your body floating in the suds, contemplating suicide. Tried it once, but you survived. Standing in the mirror, devil in your eyes. Should I do it from the front or shoot it from the side? Thank God for what's been done to you. If we gave you life to punish you. Oh Lord, we messed it up, but it's all right, y'all. This is the first day, and I did want to speak, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get to this. So, I've been trying to share my screen, but I hadn't paid yet. But I done paid now, and hopefully I can share my screen. So let's share the screen and see if it works. Like I said, all this is new to me, people. This is a new spot in which I found that a YouTuber just can't flag your video. I'm a YouTube content creator, and they have been trying to destroy my channel because I've been talking about this very serious subject that has a lot to do with hip hop, pederasty, and murder. So let's see what happens when I share the screen. Doo-doo. Can you see the screen being shared, nerd? Can you speak to me? Because I don't know if the screen being shared or not. So if you can speak back to me, Mod, Nerd Live, I would appreciate it. Can you see the screen being shared? So we're going to play with it, and we're going to figure this thing out, people. Because I'm not getting any feedback, but you can only ask so much. So let's see. Don't look like the screen being shared. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that down. Screen being shared down. Don't look like that's really working. So, like I said, it's a new platform, people. I'm getting used to it. As you see, that's a picture of Ron Savage. So since you can't see the keynote, I have the computer read the keynote out loud, and then we'll go over the contents of what's being read. So it reads, Alex, please read.
The Israel of God, the mixed multitude, the church is the royal executive order of the Kingdom Commonwealth of Israel. The true Israel of God was founded in April of 2022 as a sovereign, non-501c3 unincorporated association, according to the U.S. Constitution and under the Torah, our eternal body of international law.
So as you can see, it's telling exactly what this organization is. let me say, it is a hip hop organization for the hip hop community. So the Israel of God, the mixed multitude, the church is a hip hop organization, a royal executive order of the Commonwealth of Israel. The true Israel of God was founded like 2 years ago when I first started getting persecuted by hip hop bodies and hip hop organizations about this subject, namely those that collaborate with the Zulu Nation. So I created this 501c3 unincorporated association under the U.S. Constitution and the Torah that this can be an eternal body of international law, international, physical, and spiritual law. That's why it's a hip hop church, people. And it has full church autonomy. Go learn about it. Unless I'm being attacked or any member of this body get attacked, it's against our church autonomy. We will deal with it as time go on, but we're going to get back to the keynote. So this explaining what we will be doing here on the Israel of God, the Mixed Multitude, the church platform. Because this is a platform, though it's on another platform, this is our platform.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research.
So, as you see, we will be reporting on different hip hop entities. We will be teaching on different hip hop entities. We will be giving you scholarship on hip hop entities, educating and researching these hip hop entities that has came against this hip hop in this hip hop body politics because they don't agree with our politics. And that's finding a young Hispanic male that was date raped on April the 1st, 2013. You will learn more and more about this as we go on. I believe we're going to do an hour of this today. We've been here for 8 minutes, so let's continue on.
I am reporting the news about Khalil Amani and his two YouTube channels, Khalil Amani World and Khalil Pork Bellies, teaching that the true Israel of God, Sanhedrin, does have full church autonomy, in which we have an high priest in Jesus which has religious, civil, and criminal jurisdiction.
So, quick statement. We will be reporting on the number one person that's against this hip hop entity. He's a government foreman by the name of Khalil Amani. He's been in witness protection. He's known as a confidential informant, CI, which I take CI as a career informant. And he came out, reported in 2013 that Africa Bambaataa was gay and that he date raped the man. And setting this precedent, he put him in the LGBT community and said that he raped a young boy. I may have said man, strike that from the record, but it is what it is. This young boy on April the 1st, 2013 was date raped by Africa Bambaataa. I call it pederasty. Khalil Amani was afraid to call it pederasty, but on other shows and topics and conversation, he called it pederasty. He knew it was pederasty. He knew this man was a pederast, 7 years, 5 or 6, 7, 8, whatever. He knew almost a decade before this man died, the 2013 victim. But as I say, this is a series of shows that I'm going to be doing. So as we go along, you're going to learn more. I'm feeling a little happy and stuff that is doing what it's doing. I don't know. Oh, how you doing, nerd? Let me put you in the back.
Hey, peace.
Let me put you in the back. I'm gonna put you up there. I'm glad that you did come up because, like I said, it's a new platform. I've never used all these devices and stuff, though I've been studying them. So now you up there. Can you still speak and we hear you?
I'm here.
Yes, you're speaking and we hear you. So Nerd is up top. She's in the waiting area, but you can still hear her. She might not be participating that much until I ask her questions. If I ask her questions, I'm that type of guy that I like to ask questions. So we're gonna go on though. So I made this statement too. So this is for my YouTube and any other policies this show. I don't know if they can come over here and strike them. I don't know if Layla Wills, Troy Star Terrain, Marcy Hamilton, Dave Wedge, or Lisa Everest, or any of these hip hop entities will come over here and flag this. But once again, I have made statements that it's copyright disclaimers and there's false flags and stuff that we're going to talk about in this part of the discussion.
So any false flags or any attack on any member of the true Israel of God is illegal under our church autonomy.
Under our church autonomy, you are doing illegal things by trying to stop us. Any member of this church body, hip hop church body, from trying to figure out what happened to that boy in 2013. You are doing something very illegal. And when we go to court, we're going to handle it from that church autonomy position. That's why I created this hip hop entity, because I done studied the Moors. I done studied a lot of people that like to say they got sovereignty or autonomy and all of this. And I created my own organization to fight against those entities that has all of these powers and stuff. So now, since I can't share the screen, I don't know if it's working or not, but since Nerd here, we will find out because she can see from another perspective. So I want to share a screen and hopefully it shares. Right? Hopefully it shares. Don't know if it will or it won't, but we're going to try to share it. But it's going to take me time because they done logged me in and I ain't asked to be logged in, but it is what it is. People, we're learning this program, and as you can see, it has a lot of benefits and everything. I could be live on YouTube right now, but I didn't set up the link to do that. Remember, I just paid for it today. So let's see if this screen will show. Please let me know if it's show, Nerd. I'm sharing it.
Okay, I see it.
Do you see the whole thing?
The screen is black right now, but I saw it get big.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sharing it, but it's not sharing it for some reason. And I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to figure out why. And as you can see, I'm running through a lot of things. I'm going to have to talk to the people and see why that is. But anyway, I will put the link to this site up. It is a Patreon site. It's Israel Doctrines Patreon site. Now, we will be putting these shows up. Like I say, every day of the week, we're going to do this. I'm in a platform, and Patreon is a platform where I feel comfortable and I won't be attacked. But if anybody attack me, you're doing some illegal stuff under our church. You trying to speak, sister?
No, I'm trying to put a thumbs up in the chat to click the link.
I just heard a bleed through. That's all. So can I share that? No, I can't share it or whatever. Let's see. There it is right there on the side. https://www.patreon.com/Israel Doctrine. That's the link right there, people. Didn't know I could do that. You can see we have guests in the house. They're speaking in the chat. Nerd Live, she is here live with us, so she's exactly what her name said. Nervous Live. So
We live. The link is working. The link is working good.
For us what? Oh, the Patreon link.
Yep, took you right to it.
Okay. Kind of surprising because I know you here, but I ain't really thinking you here. You know what I'm saying? So when you speak, it's like, oh, there she is. So let's see what else I can bring to the table. I wanted to put the Patreon up. You can go there. Let me see if I can share the screen again because we need this screen. That was a bleed through again. I don't know what you're doing with the audio, whatever. Because you are sharing your screen to avoid an infinite mirror. Do not share your entire screen or browser window. Share just a tab. Okay. Let's put it down here. Now let's put it up there. Let's see if we can solo. No, it's not showing this solo. We're going to have to get that fixed by tomorrow. Because I'm paying for this because I want this to be perfect shows. But the information is what we really about here. So now, I would like to have this read out.
This documentary takes a deep dive into allegations of a date raping of a young Spanish boy in NYC and him stabbing Africa Bambaataa of the Universal Zulu Nation in 2013. Many questions exist regarding the validity of the allegations against Bambaataa and the cover-up by members of Universal Zulu Nation. Those allegations include whether its security arm Zulu Warrior Security put a hit out to murder the young boy or if he was placed into witness security. Many of those questions will be asked here regarding the status of the young boy and why calls for justice have gone unanswered. You are now about to witness the movement.
You're now about to witness the movement. The movement has been going on since 2016. It had a lot of hip-hop entities. Noisy Vice Magazine, like I said, Childish USA, Layla Wheels, Shot 97. A lot of entities have tried to stop this movement. But this movement is a God bag movement, church bag movement. And any attempts to stop this movement is illegal under our church autonomy. I want these things to be known, but we're finna get a little deeper in there into this conversation. So I do have a question. Did you see the question up? But I'm finna ask the question again in the Q&A. Can you see it?
Did journalists and writers breach the Associated Press involving the stabbing?
So could you see that question?
I see the question.
Let's see if I can share it. So it asks, as I wanted to ask, did journalists and writers breach the Associated Press involving the stabbing? Because Layla Wheels, who did a documentary, when I told her about the stabbing and everything, she shot me up because I'm not a do boy and I don't go around kissing tail trying to be a part of nothing. I asked her, would she interview me? She said no. And therefore, I'm not in the video. I'm not to be talked about. Nothing of the sort. Though, prior to me asking the question, what happened to the boy, asking her if she knew that her son Camel had taken a picture to murder the boy, she said she already knew. She had pre-knowledge of what I was asking her about. And the worst thing about it is that Troy Star Terrain did 2 videos asking to find the boy. But yet when I asked him about the boy, he shot me off like I want nothing to nobody. I am a nothing to nobody, but I am a concerned citizen. And that makes me somebody. When I'm a nothing to nobody. A concerned citizen is more than any institution in the world. But hey, we're going to keep going. So, more questions.
Fox News, Daily News, Vice, Opperman Report.
These are the institutions that I was just asking about for as journalists. Fox News, journalism, Daily News, journalism, Vice Magazine, journalism, Opperman Report, journalism. Shot 97, also a journalist. And Layla Wheels, Metropolis newspaper is journalist. So, did the journalists do this, people? Because if you look up Bambaataa, you will never hear anything about 2013. You will have to find it. It's things out there mentioned, but you'll have to find it. It's not front page news, people.
Was FBI confidential informants and other agent provocators dispatched to incite an insurrection against the Universal Zulu Nation?
So now this question is asked because you always got to ask any question that need to be asked so it can be answered. It said, was FBI confidential informants? That's what Khalil the Money is, and I believe that's what DJ K. Slate may have been. So that's allegedly, because I don't want nobody just coming trying to sue me, so I have to protect the church. So I believe DJ K. Slate may have been a confidential informant, allegedly, and I know Khalil the Money to have been a confidential informant. So the question is, was these agent provocateurs, because that's what they were at the time, dispatched to incite an insurrection against the Universal Zulu Nation? All of these things will be asked in this coverage here, because this is a spot of
hip hop, street politics, national news, geopolitics, the UN.
This is what this congregation is all about, people. It's a hip hop congregation again. It's similar to your Source magazine, your hip hop street Bible in the days. That's what this organization is.
Has the American legal justice system abused to assist in a cover-up?
Now, this is asked because Layla Wheels lied and hit me with a slap case, a strategic lawsuit against public participation, because I was participating and I asked the most permanent question of all times, what happened to that boy in 2013? She said I was stalking her. Now, I have evidence that I'm going to give to you all that she did not file a stalking case against me. Her paperwork asked about my conversation, because that's all I was doing, was conversating, participating in this conversation that she didn't want me to participate in no more. We have audio evidence from Khalil the Money that said her lawsuit was a strategic lawsuit and all of these things. And if she feeling some kind of way, as I like to say, if you feeling like an enemy, then come after me. She's not going to come after me, though. They're going to try to figure out some way and find some weakness. But hey, this is what happened to me because I was participating, people. To go to turn.
S.L.A.P.P. Strategic lawsuits against public participation.
That's what happened to me, people. Now we're going to move on. These type of entities are what I created this for, to fight back against these type of entities.
For-profit, non-for-profit, non-governmental organizations, NGO.
See, once I realized that I was fighting against those entities, I created this entity, 2022.
Is the LGBTQ under attack with the P?
I've been asking this question because Khalil Money wrote his very first article by word from DJ K. Slay that a gay man date raped a young boy, which is called pederasty. Same gender date rape, right? Called pederasty. Khalil Money wrote it as if he was gay and he date raped a young boy. I think that was totally off. He shouldn't have did that because he was putting them about in the LGBTQ community. But I was already asking the question, was they trying to add a P to the LGBTQIA plus community? And then afterwards, they added a IAP by adding a plus. And I was trying to talk to the same gender-loving Dr. Cleo Monago about this situation, and Khalil Money attacked him. We had a video, my video of me talking to him, and his video of attacking him because he spoke to me. A lot of things to be uncovered here, people. That's why I'm over here, because I was getting false flagged and my channels was being attacked on YouTube. But I feel free now, and I believe we're going to get somewhere because of this type of freedom. So you hear these people being mentioned a lot in my writings, but they've been mentioned again.
Universal Zulu Nation, Zulu Warrior Security.
That's Muhammad Stanley Bell and his brothers that's ahead of that Zulu Warrior Security Company. Now, this Zulu Warrior Security Company is very questionable to me because Muhammad Stan Blair is the one that asked his son Camel to take his video off of his Facebook to cover up what was going on. Muhammad Stanley Bell, I believe, is the one that sent a mortal technique to Harlem to kill her son Camel, which got blamed on Sinetta TV, whose real name is Frankie Gary, which caused them two to argue and fight, and her son to start threatening his life. And when he started threatening Sinetta's life, I felt that he may have tried to harm Sinetta, so I called the FBI and told him. When did I call him? Why did I call him? Because Troy Star Terrain, Khalil Money, Kevin Gillespie, Unseen Soldier, and everything played with the identity of the young boy. Said, should we get a young boy identity out? Should we do this? And they was playing with my movement and the identity of the young boy, which under our church autonomy, once again, is illegal. Our Sanhedrin that deals with the civil. Let me go get the terms and stuff so I can say it right, which deals with the religious, civil, and criminal jurisdiction of what the church is residing over right now, is what they was going against and violating. Our Sanhedrin. But let's get on, keep doing things. It's just laying down things today, people. I got two more things I want to point out to you. When I point things out, we're going to take a rest.
Was the young man murdered by members of Zulu Warrior Security or another party or placed in witness protection following the stabbing incident?
So these are some of the first questions. Was the young man murdered by members of the Zulu warrior security? Or as someone stated, did the young man ever make it out the apartment? Because here's another look at it, another viewpoint. The young man may not have ever made it out of the apartment. So 3 years later, when her son comes out and says this, I don't want to quote him, I want y'all to hear him verbatim. He came out and he said this, but when he first said it, he said it on Queen's Flip, Queen's Flip episode 29, which alerted me. And I started speaking about it, and he got afraid and started talking about it more. So this is what he said. Listen to what he said.
After Bam got out of the hospital to figure out what really happened, and he gave me the picture of a light-skinned Puerto Rican little boy that looked just like me as a kid. And he gave me that picture because I was going to be the one who killed that boy for Africa Bambaataa.
You hear that, people?